Live from ABC 7, this is Eyewitness News at 3.
Kids graduating and moving out and away from parents. What's an empty nester to do? Some expert advice coming up. So graduation is in full swing, and for many parents that means an end to the chaotic lifestyle that they've known for 18 years. As we celebrate their accomplishments, it's also the time when children leave the nest, leaving some parents lonely, anxious, and depressed.
And joining us now is Rhodes-Levin, a licensed marriage and family therapist. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's talk about what is empty nest syndrome.
You know, it's a fancy word for transition, honestly. People, I hear so often in my field, I'm afraid of change. And I don't think people really are afraid of change. They're afraid of change that could turn out bad. And I think empty nest is a chance to repurpose yourself. You know, you get to come out the other side and find yourself again, and you're probably a pretty cool person.
Yeah, well, what type of people are more susceptible to feeling the empty nest syndrome as opposed to yay? Like
sort of, oh, they're gone. You know, it affects people in two different ways. You have the people who they've made this their lives, the soccer moms, you know, everything is for the kids. And then there's another piece of the working moms who go through a concern of, did I spend enough time with my kids? Is it over? Is this my last chance? And so it affects people different ways. And then, you know, you've got your husband and wife together. A lot of men experience, you know, they were the ones who stayed at home. So it's a new relationship for couples,
right,
too.
Sometimes you're like, oh, what am I going to do with this person?
Who are you? Exactly. Well, let's talk about, you have 7 tips for how people can kind of cope if they're having empty nest syndrome, or at least feeling a little bit of it.
Okay, so one is...
Oh, so we don't have... so you know what? We were going to have a full screen, but you could just talk to us about what you think people should do, because we were going to have a list of them. But
okay,
but they're really good.
Without the tips, it's better. First of all, what's really important is don't put your anxiety on your kids. This is their chance to go out, and they don't need to start taking care of you now.
Yep.
It's going to be hard enough for them to take care of themselves, and let them make their little mistakes. And the other thing is, you know, I say get to know yourself again or your spouse again. It's time to start dating yourself and romancing yourself and taking yourself out for those dinners that maybe you couldn't before, or make plans with friends, or go away for the weekend. And really get a chance to rediscover who you are.
And I like that you said count on your friends as well. Kind of look to your friends and colleagues who have been going through it, or have gone through it, or are feeling the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It always helps to be with people who are going through the same thing.
That's so true.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
And how can people get a hold of you if they're feeling this or going through this?
Well, anxiety is my specialty. My company, or my clinic, is the Missing Piece Center for Anxiety in Woodland Hills.
Okay, perfect.
And I love helping my species, so.
And a lot of people have anxiety these days. It's rampant.
That's why the piece is PEACE.
Okay.
For peace of mind.
Peace.
Like that.
That is good. All right. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thanks for
joining us.
having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. And so there you have it. I have empty nest syndrome, but it's a happy one.
Yeah, she's good about it, and having I feel less anxious just you sitting there. So
Fabulous,
thanks so much for being
fabulous. See how good I am.
Yes, exactly. Very calming.
here. Yeah, I feel like I can talk about the weather and be okay about it. So, it's too